Hi friends, I am Uday Sagar Kanpal and I welcome you all to yet another lecture on Java using NetBeans IDE. So in the previous lecture we talked about how to read from an input stream using an input stream reader. Today we will talk about how to read from a file using file reader and buffer reader. So before we start, I would like to ask all my new viewers to please subscribe to my channel, to please like my videos, to please share my videos, to please comment on my videos and press the bell icon for notification. So let's start with the new class file reader demo. So let's create a PSVM, public static void main. Now we need buffer reader again, buffer reader br equals to new buffer reader, and now we will pass new file reader, and we will have to pass a file or a file name in this option. So if I pass on the file name, it will accept it and the code would be error free. I can either pass the file object, the object of class file, or the file name. It will implicitly create a file for that. And now file reader, let's say a.text. I need, since I haven't written the full path, it will take the path of the system where this file is running from and it will read this file from there. So I need to create a file a.text in this project folder, my demo project. So let's do that first. So I have created this a.text file to be read from the source path, and now I will write the code. While now, since there can be multiple lines, I need string input line or string text, or I would use string buffer. What is a string buffer or a string builder? I would talk about in some future lectures. String buffer sb equal to new. Let's use the string buffer. String buffer is used for concatenation of strings without taking extra time. So string input line equal to empty string. While now, since there can be multiple lines, I need to read each and every line. If there is no more line left, it will return null. So input line equal to br dot read line, and it is not equals to null. It will read till then. And now sb dot append input line, and now we can pass sb equal to sb dot append, is one and the same thing. Now since this is throwing an error, a throw clause exception needs to be thrown, file not found exception and IO exception. And now we can print system.out.println sb dot toString. And now let's run this code. So I have this line here. This is a test file. I have created it from demo on YouTube tutorials. Hope you like learning from me. So you can see that I have not written any of the line over here. I just read this from a.text file, and I can show you that this is a test file. I have created it using it for demo on YouTube tutorials. Hope you are learning from me. And this is what it is printed over here. So I have successfully read a file from this. It can easily read file up to 4 GB without any problem. Since it's a buffer reader, we are buffering each and every text, and for modern computers it is very good function, and we need not optimize it further. But in extreme cases we may or may not require some extra IO functions, like in case of reading image. So how to read an image? Image is being read by the internal API of Java, image IO. This is not exactly internal, but inbuilt function of Java using the image IO class, and we can read input stream or file, we just need to print the file name over here, say abc.jpg. Since I don't have any image as of now, I am not displaying this function, but this will read an image as a buffered image object. So we can even read images using Java. Using the inbuilt function, we can use the buffer reader and file reader to read the file. We can also use file output stream to read a file, but I prefer generally buffer reader and file reader to read the text files in case it's not a binary file, or file input stream in case it's a binary file where we have to read it character by character and save it into a string. I could have also used SB as string, but if the file would have been bigger, the file read time would have been multiplied. So if it is like, if I have a character string of length 10, it will take a time proportional to length 10, but in case I use string, it would have taken 10 into, say, the previous length of the line. It is 10, to 10 into 10 it's 100. So in case it's 1000 characters, it would take 1000 into 1000, that's about 10 lakh or 1 million. So that's proportional to the square of the length, and that's not good. So we have used teststring buffer SB to append to the line. It might so have happened in the future build, Java might try to internally append the strings in the same order the string buffer and string builder used to do, but right now what I understand is that string buffer and string builder were made for this property of Java. Since Java is immutable, we cannot change the strings in Java. We have to create a new object. String buffer or string builder is mutable. I can just briefly summarize that string buffer is for multi-threading and string builder is for without multi-threading, but both are better option than a string. So hope you liked my video, and we will continue with some fun and good lectures in the future. Hope you like my video. Bye bye. Thank you.